let me make this video. Sometimes you want to make a video and then you just sort of lose the will as you come to it. Let me just make this video still, because in my mind the idea came to me when I was working out today. Why is it narcissists, psychopaths, energy vampire, toxic individuals, they all do the same maneuvers? And what I was thinking about today is, from my old dysfunctional social group, peer group, the one narcissist, covert narcissist, pretend fake friend of me, pretending the gaslighting liar, suffer from the dark triad. This guy, he lived at home with his parents. Now, we are late 30s, early 40s, this group, some mid 40s, even towards late 40s, and there's still some of them, they don't want to take the plunge. When you live, you could even share a room and you're paying your rent and you have to pay your share of the bills, but they'll be the first people to start saying that we're the problem, that we're codependent, blah blah blah. By these people, even the one I was dating, probably one of the worst discard, the third one, the narcissist, she lived in this house where was renting the box room in the house. So even though she was sharing and she was paying for that room, she was paying the box room, and the other girl that lived there was the one that was the main breadwinner, that paid the majority of the rent, paid all the bills, paid all the council tax. In the UK, we pay water bill, gas bill, electric bill, council tax, like your borough bill for that state. You pay, I think that's most of them. You might have to pay for a TV license. You have to pay for your internet. You have to pay obviously for your mobile phone and maybe your phone. But you'll have to pay for all of these bills, so you have to kind of be quite good with money, an adult. And I'm not saying I'm the best. I've sometimes had times when I've had help or I've run out or whatever, but the majority of the time we're very stable. We're very go to work, make money, pay for our rent, pay for our bills. But narcissists, they got this insatiable appetite. Like the number of that friend peer group, one guy, he lives with his parents and we were doing music, so he's got like a free under the below ground basement studio. So in his parents' house, he's got this small room upstairs and a studio. He doesn't pay any rent, doesn't pay for the studio, doesn't pay for his room, doesn't pay any bills, doesn't do literally nothing. The only thing he did do was that he would drive sometimes his dad, and I think his dad would even pay him. But yeah, his situation, like I actually stayed there a short time, narcissistic mother, dad was just like, super beta, like just like under the thumb, like getting bossed around. But this woman was like, horrible woman. And I had another friend who, talking about their satiable appetite, he would go out and he would buy food, he would buy everyone drinks, always the life of the party. He was a funny guy, I mean, fun to be around, knew a lot about music, whatever. Buy everybody illicit substances, would go home with a girl, would drink more, buy more substances. He had this big inheritance, right? His sister managed to use it to pay deposit on a flat. It's very expensive in the UK, so you could put down a deposit on the flat. Let's say the amount, which was $250,000, I think it was around $250,000. Yeah, I can't remember, maybe a bit less because there's some tax. But you can use some of that money to pay for a deposit, which may be 10,000, 15,000, even maybe 20. You could even put more down, and then you can use the rest to pay off a monthly mortgage, which would be far less. So you've got enough to use that money to be paying your mortgage payment every month to pay off that property, and in the meantime maybe get a job, and then your job will be supplementing that money, and that's how you just run it. You be going 10, 15 years paying that mortgage with the rest of that money, and then you obviously made your new money, your job, your career, which would end up finishing the mortgage. You now own a property that you can pass on to your kids, blah blah blah. So his mum worked hard in her business, whatever, got that money. I think his sister did use it right, but he got her the money and he literally just snorted, drank through the whole inheritance, the whole money within months, man. He kept saying to me, "Oh man, I'm gonna finish it." Oh, no. When he had like maybe 80,000, and it kept going down. Like, oh, he had 100,000, then it was 80,000, then it was. And one thing I would say that was good about him was that all his friends that needed favors, even me at one point when he wanted to borrow from him, he would borrow his friends money. So he would actually look after people, like buying people drinks, substances, like paying people's rents when they were late, and then they would refund him, helping out. So he helped out a lot of people. I remember there was a bar that he used to drink at and they needed some help, so he loaned the people for that bar money to keep that business up, because he used to drink there. They used to give him free drinks, and he wasn't actually spiteful. He was more overt narc, but he, out of all the narcs, yeah, he wasn't like demon. Like, obviously there was bad parts about him, but his thing was more about the ego, like greed. Like, he would like sleep around with every girl. Like, I used to be, even like my girl, like every person that you were dating, the girl wanted to sleep with him. He had this like kind of like Lothario, kind of Casanova image, just going around getting drunk, having sex with literally every girl in a skirt of our peer group, every girl in London, in our area, every artist, every music person. They were sleeping with all of them, and they were just, it was actually kind of funny, broken girls. But yeah, man, proper children, man. So he would do that, and yeah, I was just thinking about about how they just don't want responsibility. They talk about we're the codependent ones. In this modern time, a lot of people are codependent on vapes, codependent on cigarettes, alcohol, drugs, whatever, yeah. But these cats, they just don't want to grow up, man. They're like, you have these look after people's houses around the world. So I've known them as friends. They'll be like, oh, I'm traveling to this country to watch this guy's pet while he goes off. Or I'm going to look after this house. And I was actually fooling around with one. She was doing the same. Oh, I'm going away to look after. So they always, rather than build something here, like save up, work a career, 10 years, 20 years, save up get a pension, buy their own house, marry somebody, put money towards a deposit and build. They just want to use someone else who does all the hard work and take the credit. So that would be your beautiful place, but they'll be getting the benefits by staying there, like looking after your farm, traveling all around the world, different, like nomad. They go to different people's places and they just use that place for that. Oh, I'll go to Italy, I'll go to Spain, I'll go to see that guy who was in Portugal looking after the fake frenemy narc. He was in Portugal looking after a villa. We went down there and we stayed there, and all of our friends went and stayed. Rather than having us all come at one time, and we could have all had the experience and shared the space with each other and maybe learn each other deeply, maybe do a music project with everybody involved. He said it was too much. He wanted each of us for one period. I have you 1 week, I have you 1 week, all to himself, so he can have all the narcissistic supply when we were down there with him. So he had me for 1 week, he had another guy for another week, another guy for another, everybody coming, staying there with him. But yeah, man, I just wanted to make this quick video about these lot. They're just like they're chameleons. They don't want to work hard. They don't want to save up and buy their own yard. They don't want to live by themselves and pay all their responsibilities. They're literally just even the family narcs. You would live that living with a parent, and the parent looks after the house, probably cooks, does a lot of the cleaning, like does all the even if she pays the thing, there still needs someone there to be there, like therapist or like shoulder to cry on. Like, they never like stand on their own Jones. I mean, I've suffered from codependencies in the past, and the best way to heal codependencies is to just get on your own. Like, just get into your hobbies, get back into your body, try to be independent. Like you catch yourself sometimes falling back into those things, and don't be too harsh on yourself when you do, because it's something that a lot of our parents trained us to be that way when we were very small. So that's what it is about us and these narcs. It's the wound that we have, that wound is of the same vibrational frequency as them, the wound. So that's why we can sometimes draw them in, because that wound that we have is the same as what they're vibrating at. But really, we're nothing like them. We've got nothing in common with them. We're stable. We work job for 30 years, 40 years. You have like guys who get married with a wife. The wife divorces them, takes half everything. Yeah, I watched a true crime where this woman killed the husband to get his life insurance, or his a lot of them are narcs, man, psychopaths. They literally they'll get you out of here to take all your assets. So we have to be careful, because we're good at like consistency. We're good at like delayed gratification, even though we can fall into our patterns. That we actually are good at like saving, building, paying off things, going places off our own backs. That's what sometimes makes even joys them to us. But they're literally they're waiting for us at the finish line to take all of our stuff from us, distract you from your purpose, make you lose your self-esteem, when they're the ones behind your back ganging up against you, smear campaigns, chatting against you to all your friends, making out if you got any issues, right? They're gonna make that thumb screw. They're gonna make those things seem worse than they actually are. They want to make everyone see that you're exactly like them, so they have to expose you. You will have that one weekend of drinking, and they'll be there with their camera phone telling everyone, spreading rumors, when they literally day in, day out, they're vaping, they're taking cigarette breaks, they're going home watching pornography. They'll be in your room doing illicit substances and alcohol. They'll be stealing. So every time you go to the toilet or you go out for a smoke, if there's any substances there, they'll take a bit more. They'll steal it. They'll put it in their bag for later. They'll do some extra. These people, man, I'm telling you, man. Stay away from these people, man. Narcissists, energy vampires, toxic individuals. They're not worth it. Waste of time, man. In the next one.